bringing you the latest Arizona high school football recruiting news year-round. This is the Recruiting Roundup on ProsToPreps.com.
It's time for the Roundup. That's Jason Jewell, our high school football recruiting expert. My name is Jared Cohen. Every week, we bring you the latest in Arizona high school football recruiting, and we do it year-round. This is the Recruiting Roundup. Lots of new offers to bring you over the past week. A couple players receiving their first offers. We've seen a lot of that lately. But before we get into those players, first, Jason, a guy that's been in the news quite a bit of late, JT Gray. He's in the news this time from a recruiting standpoint, and a very substantial offer at that.
Yeah, he went down to USC's camp and was offered on the spot, and the Trojans jump in as his leader. He's well into double-digit offers, and for USC to offer right away and then to be named the leader, that's huge for the Trojans.
So JT Gray offered by USC. Again, that's Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. And Jason, just to get into his news a little bit, it looks like he might be transferring to the East Valley, coming from Coolidge. It could be Basher or Hamilton, but what kind of an impact do you think he will play playing at a higher level?
Yeah, no matter where he plays at, he's going to be a big-time player. He averaged 15 yards a carry last year for Coolidge against that smaller level of competition. I'm excited to see what he can do against some of the big boys.
So let's get into a couple of the players receiving their first offers in the past week. We mentioned a few weeks back when Kyle Allen got his first offer, some of the other quarterbacks will start to trickle down some of the offers that they receive. Well, maybe the third best quarterback in this class is Devin Palomino out of Deer Valley, and he picked up his first offer last week.
Yeah, he got offered by the University of San Diego. He camped at their place and walked away with an offer. He's a kid I really, really like. He's the biggest quarterback in this class at 6'4" and over 200 pounds. Does a little bit of everything. Can run the ball a little bit. Got obviously good throwing the ball, so I'm happy that Devin got his first offer.
And then let's go over to Chaparral, a solid player on the defensive side of the ball. That's Joe Newert. He got an offer from your alma mater.
Yeah, New Mexico State was the first offer for Joe. He's a kid that just transferred from Brophy to Chaparral. He plays middle linebacker. He's going to be an impact player for the Firebirds.
So Chaparral looks to have retooled. They got a lot of talent that's coming back up. They were a young team last year. Keep an eye out on Joe Newert. Now let's get into some of the players receiving multiple offers, just adding to their list. The first one, go down to Tucson first. John Jackson at CDO in Oro Valley. This is a guy we've mentioned quite a bit over the spring. What's the latest offer, and why does he continue to bring these in?
Well, the newest offer for him is the defending FCS champions, North Dakota State. That's the first offer that the Bison have made in the state of Arizona this year. And their defensive line coach, A.J. Cooper, is actually an Arizona product, played at Sunny Slope High School and at Glendale Community College. So Jackson, now this is his third offer, adding NAU, actually fourth offer, NAU, New Mexico State, and Wyoming.
So that's John Jackson receiving an offer. The next player is a very talented defensive back transferred from Marcos Deniz at a Mountain Point. It's Dominique Fenstermacher.
Yeah, Utah State, who just in the last few years has really blown up. They're a top 25 program. Now Fenstermacher, that's his sixth offer, really starting to heat up.
And then moving on to the offensive line now is Troy Kowalski out at Mountain Ridge. It's his third offer.
Yeah, he's a kid that we've been talking about. I really like Troy ever since the first game I saw him last year in opening the game one against Brophy. San Jose State, he camped at their place and walked away with an offer.
And finally, the last offer to bring you this week, Amoni Itiehow out of Desert Ridge.
Yeah, UC Davis offered him. He's a true plugger, middle linebacker. He also has an offer from Northern Arizona. Coach Hathcock told me that he did very, very well at All Poly Camp in Utah and expects more offers for him.
And Desert Ridge looks to be a team that's going to really make some noise in the 2013 season, which is coming up. And speaking of that, Jason and I are bringing a different element from the Recruiting Roundup coming up in the next week or so. We're calling it the Recruiting Roundup's Daily Dozen. We have over 120 football players that we're going to bring you to keep an eye on, guys to watch in the 2013 season. We're going to bring you 12 a day. We're going to have a new list daily. It's not a ranking from number 1 to 120 or so. It's just an alphabetical order. These are the guys to keep an eye on, so make sure you keep an eye on that. Jason's got and I have compiled a long list of players, and that should be launched on the ProsToPreps.com website at the end of this week. Until next week on the Recruiting Roundup, this is Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. We'll see you next time on ProsToPreps.com.